What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. We have some interesting stuff to dig in. Here we can see Xi Jinping calls for oil trade in Yuan at Gulf Summit. Now, why is this important? First of all, guys, you have to connect the dots here. We are dealing with the UAE, which is a country that has is one of the biggest Ripple partners, right? Their banks are connected to Ripple. So when they're going to start making transactions for oil, which is a large industry, we're talking about trillions of dollars, right? You have to understand that they need digital assets to make these transactions. And it's going to be XRP because there's no other way. China has a CBDC, which is not running on Ripple, but to make cross-border payments, they will have to use Ripple technology. Again, because the UAE is using it. So one way or another, guys, we are going to see an integration of these transactions with XRP related to oil. So let's take a look what they're saying here.
双方是天然的合作伙伴，中国将继续从海合会国家持续大量进口原油。
China will continue to import large quantities of oil from Gulf Arab countries and expand imports of liquefied natural gas, strengthen cooperation in upstream oil and gas development, engineering service, storage, transportation, and refining. China will also make full use of the Shanghai Petroleum and National Gas Exchange as a platform to carry out yuan settlement of oil and gas trade.
开展油气贸易。
So, and this is also related to the end of the petrodollar, guys, which is a huge thing that is going to happen very, very soon because they are already talking about this, and this is why they actually met at this Gulf Summit. Again, we are seeing the end of the petrodollar, which is something that has never happened in history, and it's going to be epic because when the dollar collapses, it's going to be epic, guys, and especially for crypto and XRP. So because they need to solve the debt that they have and all that stuff. It's all related, guys. Open your eyes. No settlement this year. So this guy is saying that there is no settlement this year because of this. Let's take a look. Plaintiff Securities and Exchange Commissions, defendants Ripple, Bradley Gardenhouse, and Kristen A. Larson jointly request that the court establish a deadline of January 4 by which any non-parties must move to seal portions of the summary judgment. Now here we can say it is hereby ordered that any non-parties must file by January 4. And then here we can see motion to seal submitted materials to the extent the non-party seeks additional or different scaling, treatment, or reductions than requested by the parties and by January 18. Now listen, guys, this doesn't mean that there can be no settlement this year. This is absolute madness. Because this is just a deadline. It doesn't mean that we cannot see a ruling before that. So don't be mistaken and don't get tricked by these kind of things because it's not true. Anytime, any second, any moment, there can be a ruling and the judge will have seen enough and she will conclude this case. So don't be fooled again because it's important. You have to be ready, right? My thoughts exactly are 1133. So if you look very carefully, you can see that Mr. Poole always has this in his name, right? 11.3 and then here 11.27, which means 12.18, 12.17 and 4.11 is, so it means in December, right? So it's a possibility, 2 overnights. It's very interesting, guys. We're finally going to see what those numbers actually mean in his name. And it's going to be interesting, right? Is it going to be 18 December, 17 December? There's already rumors of settlement on 15th. So it's going to be very interesting this month. OECD and Ripple 2015, they liked XRP better than Bitcoin even back then. So why I'm showing you this, guys, this is why Ripple is the one. It has been in the making for so long. And it's recognized like that. Look at this. ESMA Financial Innovation Day 2015, Innovation in a Capital Market Union. Harnessing innovation to improve access to finance and spur investment, right? It is a pleasure and honor for me to open this event. We have a number of interesting panels filled with excellent speakers. So this was a panel back in 2015 where they already recognized that Ripple is better than traditional cross-border payments, right? But it's not going to be just cross-border payments at this level, because why is XRP so efficient? Because it's made to actually handle trillions of dollars, right? So something that has been in the making for a decade, guys, is not going to fail. I am telling you that. Look at this. Powers and the abandonment of the gold standard. The gold standard is coming back with XRP backed by gold. It's going to happen, guys, and it's going to be crazy. Cryptocurrencies solve an important problem, the safe transfer of ownership without the need of middlemen or trusted third party. The Ripple protocol is interesting in this request and solves the scalability problem of Bitcoin. It is a trustless transfer technology based on a network of servers that enables trading in different currencies. While it does have its own currency, XRP, this is mainly for system protection reasons. XRP is not required to the store of wealth, unit of account, and medium of exchange, and at least one global bank has begun to use the technology in the payment system to cheapen costs and reduce exchange risk. Now, this was back in 2015, so you can already see, guys, that this is not something that just came around the corner, right? And they're improving with ODL and everything else. Loyalty is a two-way street. It was in short supply from the industry when it was solely XRP. Ripple, Brett Garlinghouse, and Chris Lawson is the firing line. We get clarity for our token, hopefully before Christmas, right? Those bearable pictures with Christmas on it, I think it means something, guys. And before Christmas, we can have a outcome on this case. Do not be fooled. Out they come, one by one. My view is we get clarity for our token XRP the side of Christmas. Once Ripple get their side sorted out, the noise will be deafening. Partnerships signed long ago will be announced. Be on alert, have a plan. So this is definitely true, guys. You need to have a plan. Even when you take profits, what you're going to do, it's going to be very important. By the way, so much for Fox News. Sources. Remember when G.C. Gasparino reported that they were afraid that Biden's executive order could declare XRP a security. There was already back then a ridiculous scenario to believe in, especially for anyone close to the case. Breaking. Per Eleanor Terror, people associated with SEC case against Ripple believe case will stretch into the summer, but worried that the pending White House report on crypto could negatively impact Ripple's case by possibly classifying XRP as a security more at 130, right? So this is all bullshit, guys, and the news wants you to believe that this case is going to stretch into the summer, which 100%, I think, guys, it's very less likely it will take that long anymore. How to create FUD against Binance, right? See, this is what the news does. Take news from 2018, recycle it, and turn it into breaking news in 2022 as a revenge for FTX collapse. You have to be very careful what things you are reading, guys. And I understand that maybe you think that these things are reliable because it's CoinDesk, but you can see there is a plan behind it. These people want to get back at CZ, and they want to nail Binance, right? They want to get in the way. So you have to be careful with the things that you digest because it's important, right? Not everything is true what you read. Understand those things. Attention all, you can now on-off ramp fiat directly to XRP from some wallet using Banksa Official. No more silly centralized exchange fees. Google Pay was just added too. You have to KYC with Banksa, so have that info ready when you sign up. 2%, I'll take that all day. Well, this is actually very interesting, guys, because here you can switch fiat into XRP very fast, and you can just connect your Banksa account and you can do all of that. This is insane, guys. This is something that how it will look in the for the future, but it will even be better than this, right? It will even be better than this because this is still using Visa MasterCard fees, which is 2%, which is still a lot. Imagine you change $180,000, for example, or $18,000 is saying here the maximum, right? 2% is still much, right? It's still a lot because it's a larger amount. So the problem is here with when it's completely on XRP, when there is a system completely running on the XRP ledger, it will be even less than that, right? It will be a fraction of a penny. That's where we're going. That's where we're heading. Now, the problem is those fees go to these Visa companies and MasterCard companies. That is why Ripple is very dangerous for this space, guys, as well, right? They actually remove all the profits from all these companies, the Visa card, MasterCard. Of course, they will also find a way to still make money, but still, Ripple is changing the whole game. Bitcoin maxis will tell you that BTC is a decentralized anti-government while XRP is a banker's coin. Meanwhile, the government is totally happy to embrace BTC while the SEC attempts to shut down XRP. Hint, Bitcoin is vulnerable to government, which is why they like it. Remember that Colonial Pipeline hack? How do you think the feds recovered the Bitcoin sent to the hackers? Don't bother citing official sources owned by the same feds. Has an XRP transaction ever been reversed? Very interesting what he's saying here. I don't agree with everything, but it may be true. But again, you can't believe everything you read. And still, it's interesting that he's calling like XRP is not a banker's coin. I would not call it a banker's coin, but understand the difference, guys. XRP is clearly working with banks, which means it's going to be used by the government as well, because they don't have a choice. When the banks control all the money, guys. So the governments have to embrace that. They have to follow the rules of what the bankers are saying. The people in charge of the banks, the owners of the banks, are in charge of the world. So the government cannot do anything about that. And XRP is going to be used by banks. What does that mean? Right? It's going to be used by the government. So they choose XRP over BTC any day because they know that actually BTC is not efficient for anything, for any banking system, for anything that they want to do, right? So I don't fully agree with that. There is some differences in opinions, but that's what it is. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.